Well, my first attempt got deleted by the feds. So here we go. I'll give it a go again. I got arrested today. Well, yesterday. It was yesterday. It's yesterday now. It's another day now. Got arrested. Got arrested on some trumped up charges that are really false. And the level of corruption, to stoop to that level of corruption, is mind-boggling. But I don't think maybe it's not a stooping. Maybe that you always been that low. You know, maybe that is a common thing to be that corrupt in Northampton, Virginia. Hmm? Maybe that's, I'm sitting there thinking they stupid. Maybe that ain't stupid. Maybe that's just business as per usual. That's how they roll. Mm. So anyway, but I feel good. I feel good because it lets me know that the direction I'm heading in, they've always been that low. Yeah, you're probably right, April. Hi, April. Or the charges. Ooh, good question, April. I'm ready for you. Oh, I'm not that ready for you. Sorry, I don't think I pulled it up, but I can be ready for you. Mm. Yeah, the charges were um, maliciously placing a lien or encumbrance on a property, which y'all, uh, I didn't place no lien at all. Um, that didn't happen at all. And where's the other part? The other, it's all the same one. Okay, I thought I put two. So they one attachment. Okay. All right. So then I have to send the other. All right. So yeah, that's what it was. It was I actually had a picture of it, but the crazy thing about that being the order is that, first of all, I what I filed was a quit claim deed. I never filed any lien. I didn't create any encumbrance. So that's just completely false. And the quit claims work like this, but I have like a lot of details on it because I include the patent in the quit claim. So let me make sure you can kind of see what I'm showing. Mm. Oh, where is it? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. Stop the screen. Mm. Oh, I thought it was sharing it. Oh, I'm all over the screen. Sorry about that. All right. So maybe if I go a little and go to the. Hold on. I just deleted something I didn't mean to delete. Damn. Okay. All right. So let's share the screen, and I will get you the quick claim. Okay. All right. So this is a quick claim. I don't know if that's showing. Let me make sure. Oh, it's not. Okay. Go back to it. Quick claim. Um, oh, yeah, it's not sure. Okay. Maybe I should just click on it. Okay, that's better. I think you might be able to see it now, but that's basically it. I can make it a little bigger. And let me make sure I see what you see. So this is the quick claim. It basically, is just this particular property is one that I actually proclaimed to myself. Most of the properties, there's 29, are for the Accomac. It's not just me, it's everyone. But basically, it's based upon the fact that my genealogy, both sides of my family, are historically all Accomac, and we have land patents, and the land patents are the supreme title. Now, with that being the case, being the actual Accomacs of today, the title goes down to us. So the title, which is the supreme title, means that we have the ability to grant that property to us because it is ours. So that makes me the grantor and the grantee. I can grant it to me, okay? That's perfectly legal. That's acceptable. In my quick claim, it's not just this one page. It's like 6 pages. I also accept the patent in the quick claim, the patented land of 1,600 acres. I also include information about my genealogy and also explain exactly what is being done. The fact that this is in the name of us being Accomac Indian. I may even talk about as being misclassified. I do a lot of details in my quick claim. It's not just simple. It actually explains what is being done. So there isn't any mistaking this for a lien or an encumbrance. In addition to that, the fact that these properties were quick claim, is being I published it. I paid for the information to be published in the newspaper. But then after that, in addition to that, it was posted by the newspaper. They did an article about it because I put out signs. I put it on YouTube, Facebook, whatever. I also put it in the legal publications area of the newspaper. And then I also we put signs out, okay? And after we put the signs out and put that in the paper, this article was written. So not only was my stuff published as far as legal publication, but a whole article about what we're doing was published. And this was in February, okay? That was when we that's right after I think the first big set of quick claims. It was this article was done. Hold on. Let's see how it's lost it. There it is. Okay. So I mean, it's not like it's a secret. I mean, in addition to that, I sent out notices to people about it. Everybody whose property was claimed, they got a personal notice, even explaining in detail. It takes a whole lot of time because I write up very detailed. Look, this is when you acquired the property. This is why it's our property. This is why you're illegally possessing it. Oh, and my other live, sorry about that. I didn't get to show it to you. I'm not showing it to you. It's supposed to be shared. Hold on. Let's see what's being shared. Yes, no, it's not being shared. Okay, hold on. Let me move that and let me share the other one because I want you to see not just the quick lane, but the other, which is the Eastern. Okay, there it is. Sorry about that. Okay, so now you should be able to see it. I'm sorry, I didn't get it right. Let me get my face out the way. Oh, just yeah. So anyway, basically, this is what happened. So this is the actual article that I was telling y'all about. So this article was published after letters went out to the people. All right, the people. And let me tell you how crooked this daggone deal is. This house, this property on the waterfront is they have it listed like it's heirs property. They have it listed like they're Negro Indians. The last real owner in this territory were my kinfolk, my great uncles, my great aunts, my grandparents. They lived out here. They were run out of here. And then people started getting it for nothing. Okay, they started giving this waterfront property for nothing. You see this? It's waterfront, okay? And so the reality of this is that they pretended to be us. They organized this LLC. The last person that lived there legally owning land, actually owning it, was Thomas Smith, my relative, okay, my great grandfather, who actually was an owner. The reality of this is that some Caucasian came named Thomas Hickman, and I guess he became Thomas Hickman Smith. And then he started claiming that he owned all this territory, and when he died, they wanted to continue keeping the territory. So they made it into like it was heirs property, and everybody pretended to be an heir. So they formed the THS Family Limited Partnership, Thomas H. Smith, okay? Thomas Hickman Smith, THS Family Limited Partnership. That was trying to mimic taking the identity of the Negro Indian that was the real landowner out here, okay? So he was dead. These strangers to him, or whatever, formed this family limited partnership, and then the people that purchased the houses, they have to join the limited partnership. They don't own the land. The partnership owns the land. They don't own the house. The partnership owns the house. The house is only in care of them. In care of them. That's how they're fraudulently are occupying this land. So the people that are in this house actually are just in care of the property. They are not owners. The family limited partnership is the owner, and they're on some kind of fake, 40-year lease. They don't pay taxes on the land because they don't own the land. They only pay taxes on the house, and they got the house and the property the property is so undervalued that it's crazy. Okay, and the houses are undervalued too. They're committing tax fraud. They're committing real estate fraud. They're doing all kinds of things. Identity fraud. These people are a bunch of crooks. Okay, that's what's really going on. I'm quit claiming back this property because, first of all, they're actually acting like they're us. They're intimidating us. They're actually daggone identity thieves. And this is what we, the Accomack, are quit claiming. This is on our patented land. This territory is our territory. This is our beach, one of them, because we're all, we're on the peninsula, so it's all pretty much beach. But they pushed us all off the coastlines, right? Okay, so the arrest, like I said, this was the arrest. Let's see how many things I have with that. I was such a hurry to be on live that I didn't do the one that actually says the charges. But let me see if that one is. So here is. Oh shoot. Let me see if you can see it. Oh, no, you don't really see it. It's too small. Okay. Let me fix you. I'm sorry. Be patient for me. Oh, I just closed it, did I? Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Well. I just want to. There it is. So now it should show up. Okay. So basically, this is it. I can go a little bit bigger and let you see. This is just the arrest indictment, right? They actually, I guess they wrote this up. They called me talking about they wanted to talk to me. I said, I am not going in to talk to you. Okay, that's not happening. I don't have to go in and talk to you about anything. You don't have any authority. What are you talking about? I've done nothing wrong. What, that's insane. Are you kidding me with all the crimes you got committed in that daggone territory? You want to talk to me? Okay. I'm the one you want to talk to with all the daggone crooked daggone judges and crooked daggone real estate going on. You want to talk to me like I'm the problem. Okay. So they wanted me arrested on site, like I was some kind of woo. But you see, the thing is that this information, this kind of action, is so taboo because they don't want anybody knowing how we should be moving, how we can be moving, what our real rights are. They don't want that to be known. They want us to be Africans. They want us to be afraid. They want us to be intimidated. They want us to not know what the law and what the rights are for us. That's how they want us to be. And that's the problem because, you know, you don't you're not gonna get anything if you don't go through the trouble. It's gonna be a hassle. It's ridiculous. My daughters are like, oh my god, mom, you know what I mean? But this is, in order to change something, you got to be willing to go through the pain. You got to be willing to go through the strife and the stress. And that's what this is about. It's worth it because we have to restore ourselves. Nobody's going to do it for us. It's not going to happen by some kind of magic. So we have to work to get it done. It's just that simple. That's all it is. Okay. It's just that we have to get it done. And in order to get it done, you got to be willing to go through whatever it takes to get it done. That's the thing. And here is it's not very clear. Oh yeah. Well, I guess y'all can make it out. I don't know. It's kind of jacked up. But that might be good. The parts is jacked up. All right. So yeah. Okay. So that's the actual charges. So what it says is, if you were to be able to see it a little more clearly, because I was rushing, it is Lisa did maliciously file a lien or encumbrance in a public record against this parcel being a personal property of another, and knowing such lien or encumbrance is false against the peace and dignity of the Commonwealth. Okay, first of all, the lien is not a lien, it's not an encumbrance. It's claiming what is rightfully ours and that the Commonwealth has conspired to steal along with a bunch of other immigrant predators. That's what it is. And for them to sit up there and see, they can't. What is it? If what I did was quick claim, it was known in what? It was known in February by a daggone newspaper article. How is it now you trying to arrest me? It was stated. Everything I'm doing, quick claiming deeds, blah blah blah. Tom H. Smith, THS Family Partnerships was named as not the rightful owner. I listed all the details of this bullcrap. I didn't list it, but I told the reporter about it. But the reality is, this was reported, and doggone, what was it? February 16th. So now on May 10th, you trying to write an indictment? What is that about? Okay, what is that about? I didn't even get to change the tab, so I'm gonna get back to that. I was showing you, but y'all didn't see it. Okay, sorry about that. That article was shared in, like I said, February 16th. Okay, so now fast forward to May 10th, you writing up an indictment. How does that make sense? What's that about? You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, like Hilton Head, right? So, I mean, that's what they're doing. They want to keep whatever they stolen. They're so used to treating us like garbage and stepping on us and And it's so crazy how people don't understand. They stand up there doing their DNA, buying property in Africa, doing weird stuff. When you got to understand, they don't treat anybody else like they treat us. Anybody can come in this country, and they are not going to be treated in the foul way that we are treated. It's not the same. And then you got to ask yourself, well, why I wonder, why oh why I wonder, why is it not the same? Well, it's because Jim Crow is still happening. First of all, Jim Crow is still happening. It may not be literal signs. It may not be that. It may not be that. It may be you have all kinds of friends and family and diversity and love and joy. But the reality is there's still a sign that's limiting you. Yeah, you may be successful. You may get certain things. Sorry. But the reality is that there are certain segments of society and certain places that you cannot cross over. They'll let maybe one, they'll make maybe two come in there, but it's not going to be welcome if a whole pack of us move into these communities. It's not going to be permitted. So it still exists. You just, and if you happen to be one of those people, and the other thing is, who is it that's coming in? Because see, even on the Eastern Shore, they'll allow people to come from New York, people from out of state to come in there and invest and do whatever and win and make money. Yeah, because why? They can't claim anything there. They're not a threat to the daggone theft and to the daggone tyranny that's going on because they're outside. But the Indians that are inside, that's the problem. See, they want to keep it within their daggone clique so they can keep all the thievery, and they give land away. I can even demonstrate that to you. They give land away to each other for no money, $0 every day, and they take it from us, and they take our last dime to steal from us. See, this private property sign is really the same as this white area sign. It is no different. It just is missing the white. They do. It's right, April. They do. They even treat Africans better than they treat us. They absolutely do. That's a fact. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Let me see. I'll put the string rod in there. But anyway, so basically that's it. I mean, it's really still there. And just like you said, they treat them better. Okay, so look at this. These all people are melanated, dark melanated people. I don't like the word black, but I'm just saying. It's not really about color. It's about what you are. Okay? And this, she's a very, very dark skinned Hindustan. Look at him. And then the African. And then the American brother. And then the American doctors. You see, the American Indians. That's a difference in how we are treated. As a matter of fact, even we don't treat ourselves like we should. We'll give more respect to the African or the daggone Hindu doctor than we will to give to each other. We have more issues. We treat each other. We get afraid. We don't want to show favoritism to each other. Yeah, we try to avoid it. We'll do just the opposite, right? We think that that's bad. But see, they don't have a problem. Hindus pervert each other and they don't care who knows it. Neither do Africans, neither do Asians. They don't care. None of them care except the Indians. We care about showing that we care about each other, and we actually try to avoid showing that we care for each other, and we try to avoid caring for each other at this point. But that's not the way we were when my dad was born in 27, my mother in 32, and they did not behave that way. They had love. It was after that whole integration, blah blah blah, that's when we started losing ourselves and started acting like our stuff don't stink and acting like, well, I got mine, you get yours thing. That's what was born out of that baby boomer generation that I'm on the end of. Look at that sign. No dogs, no Negroes, no Mexicans. You've seen that. But this is the reality of it. People love dogs. You see people massaging and oiling their dogs' balls and everything in videos. It's a thing now. No Negroes. Well, of course, that's still true. No Mexicans. Well, they say it, but they don't show it. They're pushing more illegal Mexicans in here at record numbers, and they're letting them rise up. Shoot. There's a Mexican that's the head of the Northampton County Commissioner of Revenue. Okay, when her sister got it a couple of years ago, they did accommodation. It's the first Negra to get this job. And then the next year when she quit, last year when I started filing charges, then she quit because she was like, I ain't being a part of this. I guess. Anyway, she retired, and then they gave it to the daggone the child of the migrant worker immigrants, probably illegal. She's born here, and they made her a daggone county commissioner just like that. When it took daggone decades, hundreds of years for the sister to get it. I mean, they get all kinds of businesses started. They don't get stopped. They get facilitated. Illegal or not. And then we got a problem because we don't understand what an Indian is. Everybody's thinking an Indian looks like this crap. These Indians get everything. They get land, they get churches, buildings given to them. Oh, they just throw anything at them. Oh, yeah, it's a tax write-off, blah, blah, blah. But see, it's a tax write-off for anybody who's really organized as an Indian nation in that way. But in the reality is, they don't want to give it to us. They want to give it to somebody who really isn't the real thing. Okay, isn't the real thing, and then they can still manipulate them. There's a compromise going on when they're not the real thing. You see, there's a compromise that they like for people to have. That's how they like to roll. They like for people to be compromised. That way they can do to them as they please, right? That's what the thing is. So there's that. Next one. So for our property that is in the Indian Town Park that they are trying to fight me tooth and nail, and they sent a horrible letter saying, "Oh, you threatened the public." Who threatened the public? Well, do I look like I would threaten? How am I going to threaten the public? I will notify the public that they're playing disc golf on an Indian burial ground, and that is disrespectful, desecrating the dead. I will notify you that you're playing baseball on Indian bones on my ancestral burial ground. That's not a threat, that's a fact. And what they're doing is they're failing to disclose. They are actually taking what is actually a desecration, which is a crime, and they are concealing it. But they're going to accuse me of threat? That is actually slander, because there is no way that me saying that it's an Indian burial ground is a threat. Or putting up the sign that says no trespassing, because that's the truth. It's not their park. It should never be a park. This should never become a park because it's Indian burial grounds. But the reality is, when you teach us, the Negro Indians that we're from Africa, and you dare go and convince us that the Indians are somebody else, then you ain't gonna go claim what's yours. And that's the genius thing. They don't want you to know who you are, so you'll never claim or protect what's yours. So they were free to do the park because all my cousins and kinfolk, and including my parents, they didn't know to claim who they were. I mean, they knew, oh, we Cherokee or something like that, but they didn't understand that they were totally, completely Indian. They didn't understand the rights that what does that mean to you? What does that mean? That means that they can't govern you. That means you're self-governed, and this is your territory, and you're the landlord. You are the landlord. The grantee shall protect and maintain the Indian burial grounds located on the property herein convened. This is on the deed that they got from the U.S. Space Center that was previously on that land. They were told that they should protect and maintain the Indian burial grounds, and they failed to do so. And it's disgusting. It's so demoralizing to even think of. So anyway, let's look at this. The plan for the park was to close the park. Like it was more than 4 years ago they planned to close the park, but they didn't. More than 4 years ago, the plan was to close that thing. What is desecration? Let's talk about that. Desecration, can I recover damages for desecration? It's a grave offense. Desecration, let me get to it. I'm going to add it to the stage. Desecration is a crime in 50 states. Oh, where are you at? Oh, there you go. Hey, April. Thanks for joining me.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Glad to have you here.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So, you got anything that you need to say?
I don't know. It's just so much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm just not fed up.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Like I said, like so, okay, just like how like they're trying to pass laws. Is that a spider? They're trying
What's
to
that?
pass. No, I'm sorry, I thought I saw a spider.
Oh,
But can you hear me? Because I have my
yes,
headphones.
a little louder.
Is it a little louder? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, get a little louder. Yeah.
Okay, I'll put my volume off. But have you noticed like lately they've been trying to like reform those like squatter laws and
Yes.
but those are the very laws they use to take most of our land over here. But they don't want
But
us
it's
to use it.
also
But
but
now
those laws
they
are also the
realize,
land.
hmm,
That's how you can get it back though too.
yeah,
That's why they want them gone.
yeah, and they don't want us because now they realizing we're realizing that those laws exist, and now they're like, oh no, nope, we gotta change that.
Right. Right. That's right. But it doesn't matter because, their laws are their laws, and in reality, they don't apply to us. But it's like, okay, so it's like you kind of got to walk the line and walk the dog. You got to let them know, okay, yeah, you get to do this, but let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you about yourself, and you're not gonna get to do that again. You know what I'm saying? You got to
Yeah,
kind of establish the rules of play because we don't have any. We don't
but
have any rules of play. None.
that's why we still have to like follow their laws too
A
until
little. A
yeah.
little. I mean, so you have to push the envelope, or you don't change anything. But the
Yeah.
reality is
A lot of
that
times people use their laws against them. I'm like, just like what you're doing. You're doing
right.
everything legal. This is legal.
This
Like,
is legal, but see, yeah, and yet they'll still gonna try to push it. But then I have to push back because the reality is you're making false claims against me. How
yeah.
low is that? Like, how are you making false claims and arresting me? Like
Like
seriously?
false charges. And then when they do stuff like that, it's never, like no repercussion for what they've done to you.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. There needs to be, and it depends on how long you stink and how hard you fight them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's also a mind thing. You have to also believe, oh, they're gonna get it. That's what I believe. They're gonna
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
It might not be on this round, but they gonna get theirs because it's not. You can't keep doing this stuff unchecked. And see, let me tell you something. The reason they were able to, and I know everybody says, "Oh, they've been doing it for hundreds of years," but see, it hasn't been checked. Like, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
have to call them out on it. You have to stay on it. Because as long as you ignore it or you accept it,
It's gonna
it's
keep
gonna
happening.
be
And then it'll start happening even to your descendants and stuff.
exactly. That's what happens. So it just goes on to the next generation, which definitely we don't want that to happen. So it's like but they got to pick up the baton.
Yeah.
So if you start something and then they just like, I ain't gonna be bothered, mama was crazy or whatever. then that's the end of it.
Right.
Somebody else
And that's
you
what
got to wait another
that's
50.
that's what I do wonder about them that's, dominating our society right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how do they instill that in their kids to keep up that fight
They've
like
been successful. I don't think they have that now. I think that's what scares them, and I think that's why they're using these foreigners as their surrogates. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They're instilling these foreigners with a lot of
yeah,
racist ideas because their own children don't like. They ain't about it. They're just
yeah,
not.
because they see how great we are, and they're like, yeah, I mean, they know what it is. They're like, these women are great. Society would be horrible if these people did not exist. We're the most unique people on this planet. Can nobody
Exactly.
think any different? It's
That's true.
obvious.
That's so true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So they were planning on closing the park anyway. That's the other sad thing. They
Oh,
fighting me tooth and nail, but like back in 2019 or 18, they already had it slated for closing. They put it in a newspaper.
wow,
So
wow.
they're only
You think
fighting
you
because
want
I
to look
start.
into your case too? I've been slacking with my I'm in international law right
Uh-huh.
now.
Uh-huh.
I'm like real behind though. I gotta kind of hold my courses by
Right.
July.
Oh,
But so
good.
now it makes me want to look up your case more.
Yeah,
Cause
look it up. I mean,
I've seen justices
the
too
people
from
from
like
the Eastern Shore, they studied it like it was like Reader's Digest. They was all in it. Oh, they read every line. But I mean, but it still didn't make them want to act right. I mean, but everything that I am doing, I actually told it in my case. I told him about Smith Beach Road, and that all that shenanigans that's going on there. I mentioned it in my case. I mentioned that I had an ancestor that had patented land, and his name was Henry Bagwell. Do you know those suckers made a book called Henry Bagwell a year later,
oh wow,
and turned him into a European?
oh wow.
Yeah,
These people
they
crazy.
falsified a whole book because of my case.
They're crazy as hell.
They're
like
crazy.
what the
They are crazy.
are like this is so fucking crazy. Like, I'm over this shit. Like get on. Like I don't even know. Like this all this just needs to stop. Like period.
Right.
Period.
Just stop it. And if
Just
you and the
stop.
thing about the Eastern Shore
Get
is
the fuck
so
out of the
beautiful.
way. You finna do us, and we
Right.
finna sit back and just deal with it. Like it's not like we harmful people too. Like we're not harmful people. We don't want to enact
No,
war
we're
or
really
violence
loving
against
and
them.
very
Like
giving. Yes.
yeah, we just want what's ours and what's rightfully ours and our rightful spot in history. Like they rewrote our whole being.
Right.
We,
Exactly.
we and we're nothing like what they written about us or what they
Nothing.
portray in the media or whatever.
And what they put on the news, they don't put their dirt on the news, but they
They
be
don't.
scraping the ground to try to find some negative stuff about us.
Or social media, even Asians too. Like they've been having the same, like gender divide kind of crap way
Hmm.
before ours got to the point where it is. But you never heard
Right.
anything about it. You think they just united people. Look at them. They have Korean towns and whatever, and they're so united. Not so much,
Right. They
especially
promote
especially
that.
in their homelands. Maybe more over here,
Yes.
yeah. But in their homelands, nah. That's probably why they over here.
That's why they're over here. Yeah, it's all a
Honestly,
big facade, and everybody's eating off the plate of the American Indian, and that's why the entire planet conspires and lies about us because
yeah,
they all are benefiting from us not having this country in our hands, and
yeah,
they're having their fill of everything that they can get from America, which is the richest place on the planet.
yeah. Bars.
Mm,
Like they treat America like an ATM, but
mm,
we don't treat America like an ATM.
right.
A lot of our people hate America and want to move over to Africa. Like, what are you talking about? Why
Uh,
everyone in Africans are moving over here because it's the greatest place on earth. Like it just is.
right. They have
like
open sewers. I'm not really for that. Like, I don't understand if you're supposed to be the motherland, how you can't figure out how to close a sewer up. I don't understand that. Like, that makes no sense to me.
they have
Why are you
open.
not smarter? Why are you not more advanced? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
So,
the civilization. Really, there's no signs of even basic ass civilization. Like
Basic stuff you're missing.
basic.
You
They
got
over
you got to use you got to use cinder blocks. You don't have no nice brickwork. What the world you doing? What's going on?
dung huts, literally still
We had
living.
beautiful brickwork in the 1600s.
Yep,
Hello. They
yep.
tried to put us in them long houses, but who built the bricks for everything? We did. So
We,
what? You think that just happened after they got here? Come on now.
we had palaces and
We
like
had palaces. We had
mansions.
all cities and towns and all kinds of advanced. And see, this is the thing. They didn't even understand half the stuff we had or what it was doing. And they do things like this disrespectful daggone, nurse aide that was with me the other night. So I had set up my bed for my patient that was coming from the emergency room. And I have a way of doing it to try to make it so my stuff doesn't get all jumbled up. I tape it down. It's like a grading thing. But anyway,
Mhm.
so she was like, I go back into my room. Oh, she walks up to me. Oh, I set up your room. I said, how are you going to set up my room when I already have it set up? Oh, well, I don't know. I said, but I already had that stuff in there. So I go in there to look. She done ripped my stuff off the bed. I said, how you going to rip my things off the bed and make me work more? I didn't know
Wait,
what it was.
no, when you
See, I
take them
said,
to
oh,
the house.
that's that Neanderthal stuff. See, a Neanderthal is like, ooh, don't understand, must kill, destroy. I
Yeah,
don't know, that's that mentality they have. And not all Caucasians are Neanderthals, but
yeah,
when you see them, that's the way they act. They act like they just don't. If they don't know it, they're gonna destroy it. They don't want it around. And so
true
that's
story.
the way a lot of the people did when they came here. They saw what we were doing and they just destroyed it because they were like, I don't understand it. I didn't make it. To this day, they're still trying to figure out the stuff that we did when they came here.
Right, right.
So they're constantly miseducating us, telling us that we're African, and they're just doing it to try to keep us from our land. But it's not just land, because I know folks love, they don't understand the value of the land. That doesn't even resonate with a lot of our people. But it
Yeah.
also keeps us from our freedom, from our rights,
Hmm.
from being oppressed and controlled by them. That's
Yeah.
the thing that also is a part of you knowing who you are, and they don't want you to know who you are. They want you to think that you are something else, mixed or African, whatever. As long as you can't claim that this is yours. That's what they want.
Yeah.
They don't care that we have full blood ties and genealogy to the full supreme title of our land. They don't care. They don't care if they're desecrating our graves and defiling the dead, and they also don't even care that the children are playing on a grave. They don't care that the children are out there just playing
Oh,
baseball on a
oh yeah,
baseball mound that's on a daggone graveyard. They don't care.
they built over a graveyard in a split second. I lived on a block that was next to a funeral home, a
Mhm.
cemetery. So
Right.
like okay, so like say the cemetery to the right on the next block to the right. On the block to the left, some of my neighbors found tombstones and skeletons in their backyard one day, or a couple of them.
Wow.
So
Thank
yeah,
you,
they have
Howard.
no problem. They don't have no problem build over over
They don't
our dead.
care. They don't
Like at
see
all.
anything as being disrespectful or immoral or anything like that. They don't care. And what's really sad is that our own people go along to get along. They just want to keep their little job or, not get any trouble. I
I,
understand you need what you need, but the reality is all money ain't good money.
right.
And
And
sometimes
you very
you
man.
might need to do something else rather than do something that's going to compromise you. No, you compromising you, but you compromising the future generations.
And yeah,
Because for
does it
real,
ever dawn on them that we can have more than that? So too, we can have like probably 100 times more than what we have if we was
right,
actually living correctly.
right. But
I
instead,
mean, that never
we want to
dawns
be
on.
like,
It's
I
like they
got this.
automatically think it's gonna be worse or something. Why would it be worse? You're gaining power.
Right. So, but that's what it is. They just want to keep stealing what they're stealing. They will do it by any means necessary. They don't care. They don't care about what they disrespect, what they defile. They don't care about what kind of lies they tell. They don't care about, it's all about the greed. It's all about the greed, and they want to continue to have
And
everything,
control.
even
They
if their
like
kids
control.
don't want it, because their kids don't want it.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't want it.
No, it is that control. They like having that control over us too. That
Mm-hmm.
that veil of control.
Yes, you're absolutely right. They,
So
I
I
guess, they want to have somebody they can be over, and they love lording over
but they
the
need to lord over
American.
each other. Shit, we like
Yes.
us the fuck these,
Mm-hmm.
or they all the other people. I be seeing people
Absolutely.
stealing like Mexicans or even I've never seen Mexicans
Oh
steal.
yeah,
Yeah, I think I have
you've seen that
all the
too.
time in the store, and I just
I
be
see
looking
them
like,
at
okay,
Walmart going in like crazy.
but they following me around. They following me
Right.
around. I like, honey, like you ain't gonna want to unlock that box
I
though,
see
because
them.
I'll see you just
Yeah,
clear the fuck out and you wouldn't know nothing.
they they still like it ain't nobody's business, and they and yeah, and then in our community, shoot, they be like watching, clocking everything, following. I'm like, it's a sad situation, but
I'm over it.
like
I'm
I
over
said, when we,
everybody.
yeah, when we get it together, we can change some. We can change. I feel like everything is changeable. It's just you got to go through you got to change their muscle memory. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They got to change, but you gotta guide them into changing what they're doing. No, you can't keep doing the same old thing the same old way. We ain't having that no more.
they
You know what I
punking.
mean? It's
They
not it's
punking the
not
shit out of
right,
us.
huh?
I said they've been punking the shit out of us.
The whole punching, that's a muscle memory.
For decades. Like, okay, it's
The
time to.
muscle memory is punching us down. Yeah.
No, I said punking, like punking.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
we
Jay Howard said, yeah, it's important that you win because when you win, we all win. Yeah.
that's
That's
true.
really
Thank
the
you, Jay
case.
Howard. That's true. I mean, and that's why they don't want me to win.
Right. They gonna,
That's
I'm gonna keep
exactly
an eye
why
on stuff.
that's exactly why I got arrested yesterday.
They tried.
Because they don't want none of us to get nothing, and if they and that's why my live that I had a little hour ago, that one disappeared because the feds were like, oh no, blip. Okay,
Hey,
just
have you ever added like an Aboriginal title to interrupt me? A Aboriginal title to your quick claim deed?
what do you mean?
Because when you have Aboriginal titles, like they can't take the land from you too. But I think you have to claim it though. So it's
You
kind
mean
of
a
like
allodial
I'm trying.
or Aboriginal?
No, it's Aboriginal. It's Aboriginal, but I'm trying to think because I'm kind of rusty with the that law. I have it written down. Trying to think. Not a Lodial title
It's a Aboriginal
or fee
because
simple.
Aboriginal
Like
is,
let me see. I'm gonna look. Let me
yeah,
see.
yeah,
I'm gonna
check
look at
into
it.
it.
Um,
But the reality is, they would like to, I mean, like, this is the thing. I'm just trying to get a few, hundreds of acres at this point. We're old, thousands and thousands of acres, right? But, and at this point, it's like, this is what we're getting because they don't want to, if they give an inch, they feel like they got to give them all, but this is not giving. You already stole. They don't even have their own names. They stole our names. They stole our complete identities. And yet they don't want us to get anything back. That is insane. If the shoe was on the other foot and we had gone to Scotland and done this crap to them, oh, they would want to cut us up and eat us, literally.
oh yeah, then for sure
They
war.
literally would. Yeah, they literally would want to just like devour us if we did this to them. They would be so hateful about it. So I mean, but they have no ability to kind of have compassion or actually any empathy where they can kind of put themselves in anyone's place, I guess. And it's not something they have
No,
a
it's just
skill set
they
for.
don't care. They know what
They
they
don't
want,
care.
and they
Yeah.
want what they want, and whatever it takes to get it, that's what they're going to do. They don't care.
Hmm.
If it's harming you, especially with people that have a different genetics than them.
Right. Right.
So they're like, whatever.
Yep. Yep. That's about it. That's what it seems like. They don't care. They just don't care.
So I am broke out my dictionary and everything.
Yes.
Let me see. Like
Mm-mm-mm.
I said, I'm rusty with this. But I had
Yeah.
actually, like, from what I researched, it's like basically got to put it in like a format. Like you're declaring that you have Aboriginal title. You have to mention that your people have been there
Well,
for like.
that when I quit claim, I actually, it's not even like I don't even have to do that because we have actual patents. You know what I mean?
I just
So I don't have
I
to
think
create.
everything. I use everything in your
Yeah,
ammo.
because yeah, because an actual patent is the actual highest form of ownership. You know what I
But
mean?
I thought
So,
they
but
kind of control though. Like when I went onto the land patent website, it kind of seemed like it could. Because don't you have to like pay
no,
them
because some of them are old.
to?
Our patents go back to 1640. So it predates the United States.
Okay,
So they don't have any control over that.
okay,
You see what I'm saying? So I mean, that's the highest thing you can get. It's a crown patented land. It was patented to us as our reserved reservation land or whatever you want to call it. But you can't get any higher title than that. It predates the whole United States. So the United States cannot dominate, control it. They cannot have a say so about it.
okay.
So they know this, which is why all they can do is harass, scare me, bully me, you know, uh, you know, oppress me, dissuade me, whatever all these tactics. That's what they can do because because the law is what the law is, and that patent is the law. But if I don't know it, or they scare me into not staying on task to fight for it, then that's me. You know what I mean? Then they win because they've convinced me to give up, or they convinced me that I can't win. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's what the tactic is about. Is about, can we scare her? Can we convince her that there's no way she can win? We make her feel like it's not worth it? Can we make her feel in danger? No, you really can't, because I see you for exactly what you are, and I see exactly what you are doing, and it's so weak and evil. It's so it's so
yeah.
corrupt.
It's like
You're
extreme.
so used to doing this kind of thing to us that this is nothing to you. It's crazy.
I can't join the regular chat. I'm gonna put the definition in the back chat.
Our patent predates the Treaty of the Middle Plantation as well.
Okay.
But and I use everything. I use a lot of different laws when I write whatever I write, whether it's uh, a declaration or it's if I'm writing a case. But the reality is they are trying to just dissuade and trying to just use all kinds of scare tactics. They're trying to be a bully. They're trying to bully. They're trying to bully me into submission or into giving up, you know. And this is the thing. I got the real warriors are behind me. The real hype ones are the younger ones that are behind me. They when they get up front and they're all being prepared to get up front, oh, that's gonna be something to contend with. That's not gonna be a game.
Yeah.
So They think it's just me, but honey, these other younger ones are hot. They're ready. Yeah, they're very assertive. They're very assertive. So,
I thought my mic was off. Okay, yeah, they are. Like they are more like nah.
yeah, they're really lit. So
But
they
I don't
they
know.
better be
A lot
glad
are
they're
still
dealing with me on
a lot
this.
a lot are still brainwashed though. Like I ran across a lot of them yesterday. I'm like, oh my god, like y'all cannot still believe this stupid ass story. Like this is crazy. That we were
Indoctrination is
attacking
so powerful.
oh
Yeah.
my god, like I didn't realize it was this damn powerful. I'm like, we live in the internet age. We live in the information age. We should, even if, like I said, like even if they were adopted away or they grandparents and everybody died really young or whatever, so they didn't really relay that to them. We still have the internet.
That's right. So that's really no excuse. Although a lot of things are being, erased
Yeah,
and altered in the internet now. Every day
because
they're trying to
like the
freak back the
beginning
information. Hmm?
like the beginning stages of etymology online. Now you see it's called etym online now. It used to be actually called etymology. Uh, and then
They're trying to change.
when you looked up was it India? I think when I put India in, it used to say uh that that it was called Barat up until like 1566, and
Right.
now they totally took that out, and they say
They don't want you to know that.
they say 15th century or something like that.
Right.
But,
They've all.
but
I mean, I noticed they've altered a lot of information now. They've
and erase a
altered
lot
it
of stuff too.
because they keep an eye on what we're saying and what we've learned. So they're trying to erase a lot of stuff. That's why it's important that we buy books, buy the old books, buy the daggone. If you can scrape it together, get something because yeah, they're trying to get rid of the daggone proof, the evidence, the
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, it's
or even
crazy.
like even with like Webster's dictionary online, if you look in there one of their books, the definition will be defined a tad bit different.
Yes, exactly.
So I'd rather have like the Merriam-Webster actual physical book.
Hmm. Yeah, it's good to have the actual thing in your hand. And I have you can get like waterproof, fireproof cases that. I got some waterproof, fireproof cases that I keep the
Oh,
majority of my stuff in.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
yeah,
like
that's
it's not even
nice.
like $60 on Amazon. Yeah, they're
I'm a,
really big cases. They're not like they're just like bag cases. But I actually put some of my books on a shelf in like the waterproof, fireproof cases because one never knows. Do one
right. I'm not
protect
the
your data. Hmm.
I'm not to look that up.
Hmm.
Like I put it in the fact check the definition.
Right.
It's okay. Aboriginal type of title of Indians based on continuous occupancy and use of the exclusion of others. Bennett County, South Dakota versus U.S. Then when you actually like look it up, it'll explain what they mean by continuous use of land, and you just basically just put that in the form. But I'm gonna have to look up the more extended definition of it. So let
They
me just
know. They
brief.
know that that's the problem. They don't even want us to have. They don't want it. They know. They know it's ours. That's not even the thing. They
Yeah,
just want to make sure that we don't have it. They just don't want
right.
us to have it. You know what I
They
mean?
they don't want it for us to know it's ours, and that's just
And
that.
they
And that's
definitely
crazy.
don't want us to actually take action to get ours. That's even more. That's
Yeah,
even
that's what they
more
really don't. They don't want the
threatening to them.
action, but they're gonna have to get it because like what?
But that's
They
the
could
thing.
they keep talking about on the news how much the immigrants were getting like almost triple to what American would get
Right.
a day. Like what like
It's horrible.
for what because they were immigrants. You don't even know what these people are. Some are criminals.
Oh, I see. I saw Wikipedia talks about establishing Aboriginal title for being in if their ancestors held titles as individuals, also established Aboriginal if they lived exclusively and occupied it for a long. That's a given. We've always been on the Eastern Shore. But like I said, the most powerful thing is that we got an actual crown patent that says it's ours. We also have laws that actually say protect the Indian land. And for the Eastern Shore, it says they may not build a fence within 5 miles of our Indian towns.
Oh, that's a sub. Oh, that's a sub.
They got
See,
all
but you know
kinds of
what?
laws.
But
They
the thing is, they
see,
get
but
so
this is the
paranoid.
thing. But
What do you think?
that's when we were in power because we made sure all these laws were there to protect us, right? You can tell when the changing of the guard happened and they started doing stuff to enslave us, making laws to daggone declassify us, that kind of thing. But in
Yeah.
the beginning, there was everything that we had, especially us, the academic. We have specific statutes written for our protection. So these are not the same people. Those people that are here now ain't the same people that was protecting us. It was our own people that was protecting us, that was in power.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well.
We just have to get back to that. Get back to protecting each other, you know. We got to get back to love for each other. That's how we'll be able to have a strong foundation. You got to share what's going on. That's why I'm like, people need to know. I do this in private, yeah, you know, or you do it publicly and you let people know this is what's happening, you know. Oh, thank you for putting that in the back chat. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. So, you know, people we gotta let it out, you know, even if they're shadow banning, which they are, even if they're making sure that people don't see this kind of information, that's cool, that's fine. But if one or two people get it, that's good. And maybe, you know, y'all can share it because this is the kind of thing that needs to be done. And people need to be able to collectively get this kind of work done, you know, because when you standing on your own, it's one thing, but we come together as people collectively doing the same thing in the same way, that's when we're really going to make some changes.
Right. Yep.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to call it a night or day or morning. You know, I've had enough of my orange suit, my orange slippers, and, you know, and it's been quite an adventure. But it's all good. It's all worth it, and you know, more to come. We'll see what the next weeks have to bring. But I know one thing: we're gonna be ready for it. Whatever it is, we're gonna be ready. We're gonna be ready, and we're never gonna stop fighting. And they're gonna have to give up what they've stolen. You got anything else to say, April?
No, I'm good. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
I'm glad you came up. Connect
I'm
with me,
I'm
like,
thinking and
hit
sick
me up
right
on
now.
academic.org, give me a message and it'll go to my email and then we can like talk, chat or whatever.
Okay. No problem.
Okay. All right. All right. And thank you, Chief, and thank you, Jay Howard, and anyone else that happens to be out there in the hidden land. And good morning. Have a great day and keep fighting. Bye, y'all. I mean, Anna.